what you do is you train the dogs. Okay, Mouse, go home. So I trained Moose to go down and sit, and down and sit, and down and sit, and heel. No, this is where, no, that, heel. She does the trick so well. Okay, all right. Well, I started working on Mouse. I was working with Mouse, and every time I would work with Mouse, Mouse would regress. That means Mouse would go backwards developmentally. He kept going backwards. And then I got Mouse to where he would sit, and then I trained him to go down. And Squirrel was like, no, come on, jump out of the box. Well, Skeeter did eventually jump out of the box. Okay, that sounds like an adventure. And Squirrel was like, oh, it'll just be a lame adventure. We're just gonna swim straight to the shore. And Skeeter was like, my mommy reads me adventure stories every night before I go to bed. And that's how every adventure always. Squirrel, Skeeter was drowning. Skeeter was drowning, and he didn't know how to swim. And Squirrel was like, swim, Skeeter, swim. And Skeeter was like, I don't know how to. Well, when you're drowning, that's a really good time to learn to swim. And Skeeter and Squirrel were trying to get back up on the box, but they couldn't get on the box. They were swimming all around the box. And the waves were cold, and they were getting tired. And poor Skeeter and Squirrel got washed away from the box, and they got sucked into a whirlpool. Spin, spin, spin. They got sucked into a whirlpool. Spin, spin, Skeeter, spin, spin. And then they started surfing. A big wave came along, and they were surfing. And Skeeter and Squirrel gave me an idea, because I was like, maybe I can surf off and save the dogs. So I was like, I'm gonna surf and save the dogs. Well, the dogs did not care that I was risking my life to save them. And they were mocking me. They were just swimming right underneath my surfboard. Okay, Squirrel, one right there. Come on, get there. Okay, all right. I was like, do-do-do-do. Swim to safety. Okay, and the dogs were mocking me. I was like, ta-da! Squirrel. Ta-da! All right, and okay, you can see he's starting to get it. It's not really worth showing off yet. All right, and I tried just a little element about how I train the dogs is when the dogs do something, I started off with when he touched the board, I would click. When he just looked at the board, I would click. And then he would get on the board, he would get the board to move, and I would click. And now I'm trying to wait for him to balance for a little bit longer.